Hello, Gabriel here, just with a quick video on how to improve at Dirt Rally. So, if you've watched all my other videos thus far, and, maybe you've got, the hang of it, and you know what to do. But now, what you want to do is get faster. Well, I have already looked at this topic before in one of my more popular videos. Don't know why it's popular, it's not very good. We're explaining how to be fast, and while it does have a lot of valid points in it, something I didn't touch on was how to actually improve, how to learn how to be better at this game, and this will definitely apply to Dirt 4 when it comes out with your stage. It will definitely apply. So the first point I've got is I'll just leave the stage running in the background. The first point I've got is to keep upping the time. So basically what I mean by that is, so you start at the club level or whatever it is, and you go up to the next one, you go up to the next one, you go up to the next one, and eventually you get to master. Now, if like me, you pretty much always beat the master time, 95% of the time I beat the master time. I think only on somewhere like Sweden or Monaco I'm not as competent, so I don't always beat the master time, but pretty much always do. Then what you can do to improve and get faster still is to race against your own personal bests. So if for some reason you're not changing it from master, you just keep going against the master times, and you're like, oh, I can beat them. Well, you could be going against your own times and beating them. That's your goal. You're making goals for yourself, and that will improve your times, I promise you. Something I've not really covered in any of my other videos is what to do with your eyes, and this is huge. This is going to make up 3 seconds per stage if you do this correctly, possibly more. Maybe if you're not doing it, it's going to make you 15 seconds faster each stage. We'll use this footage running in the background. So now my eyes are not looking at the straight bit, they're actually looking up that little hill over the crest. I'm planning that far ahead. Not necessarily... No, I think planning is a bad word, actually. A lot of people say planning. I'm aware of it. And just by being aware of it, you're going to allow yourself to be this fast, however fast you're going, however fast you can go, towards that place. Think of it as you're constantly scanning where the road is going. You don't have to necessarily... I don't want you to, look at that road, and then I don't want you to sort of, paint a little picture of the Fiesta going over all these little bumps and then up the hill and breaking it. No, don't do that. I want you to just take it in, and everything that you've learned before will just kind of come together when you're aware of where the road is. It will just click. You'll respond to it. You will just think about it without thinking about it. So I don't want you to get bogged down in oh my god, I need to plan this far up the road. No, just you probably know you can figure out the racing line just without thinking about it. You just do it. Yeah, just be aware of what's in front of you, and look as far down the road as possible. And especially important in hairpins, in fact, and places like tighter corners, because basically if you don't have your eyes as far down the road as possible, you're very unlikely to get back on the throttle as early as possible, because you're just not aware. Your brain isn't aware that there's that big stretch of road in front of you. And we'll just have a look at this. Oh dear. Look at this bit to prove my point. So because I'm looking as far down the road as possible, you can hear my throttle input is almost constant the whole way through, because I'm basically on as soon as possible. This is me chucking it around corners like a complete like I'm rehearsing for a Gymkhana video. Not that I have any affiliation with them, just to just to say. Anyway, So, look down as far as possible, be aware. What I don't want you to be aware of, though, is actually like barriers or obstacles on either side of the road. I want you to be aware of the racing line, like right here. No, not here. This is a bad example, I'm not going fast enough. Here, there's a wall on the inside, and you can see how close I am to it. Like, I am really close to it. Very, very close. But I don't hit it. That's because I'm driving the racing line. If I was overly aware of what's on the inside of the corner, I am like 3 billion times more likely to hit it. Again, with this corner, you can see just how close I am to hitting stuff on the inside, but I do not, because my eyes are where they should be. They're not looking at the obstacles. I'm barely even aware of the side of the road or what's on the edge of it. I'm just aware of how much of the racing line I can see. In fact, to go back on to that point of, you know, of being aware of everything down the road, that's an even better, that's a much better way of putting it, actually, is just being aware of the racing line down the road. You know, there's no need to be aware of, like, the tree that you don't want to hit, because being aware of it might mean you look at it, and when you look at things, you're more likely to get what's called target fixation, and that basically means you might just actually drive into the tree that you're trying to avoid. So, be aware of the racing line as far down the road as possible, and go for that. Be aware of that. Everything else is just details on the side of the road. Right, another point is, here, I'm driving the 2010 Fiesta, and I'm pretty handy in it. And one way I improved at driving this car was actually driving all the other cars. So when you drive a Group B car, for example, you get used to how fast they are, and this car actually starts to feel a bit slower. Your brain gets accustomed to, like, this much information coming in the Group B cars, that when things are even a tiny bit slowed down, it's like, oh, this is a bit easier. So what I do is, I really love the Fiesta. Like, a lot of people don't like the modern cars. I don't care. I love the Fiesta to bits. It's amazing. So to improve the Fiesta, I drive cars that handle much worse than it and are faster than it. And then when I come back to this car, it's like, oh my god, it's a breath of fresh air. It's like so easy to drive. It just does what I want. You know, you can pull that handbrake going like 60 miles an hour, and it's not going to do anything stupid. You can, like, stay on the throttle forever. You know, it brakes on a dime, and so yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, bit off topic. The point is that if you drive a car that handles worse than the car that this Fiesta, for example, this car is going to start feeling really easy to drive, and if you drive a car that's faster than it, it's going to start feeling a bit slower. So, drive everything. Drive the rear-wheel drive cars, get proficient at them. Drive the front-wheel drive cars, get proficient at them. Drive the Group B cars. Drive heavier cars, you know, like driving the Citroen C4 in this game is quite a good thing, because it kind of has a bit of this kind of, the bum kind of come round on you quite easily, so, you know, get used to that and how that feels, and what you can do with it, and then jump in another car and go, okay, it's a rear-wheel drive car, now I need to really be down, I need to really get this trail braking down, I need to be really careful going into hairpins. And when you jump into the, you know, this something like the Fiesta, you're like, oh my god, I barely even need to worry about that stuff, but and now it feels easier. You know? Also, as far as setups are concerned, how to improve with them and how I got mine kind of dialed in is take things to the extreme. So first off, I don't care what anyone's told you, the default setups are unusable. Just forget them. If you're having a problem with the setup, try taking something to the extreme. You know, try going, right, you know, what I'm going to do for this bit is, in this shakedown, is I'm going to make the rear diff literally as loose as it can possibly go, and I'm going to make the I'm going to put the the front diff like right in the middle or right on the other side, and then I'm just going to drive it and see how that feels, what happens, what are the effects, and then like camber angle, something important like that. I'm gonna put it like at the maximum negative it can go and see how that feels, and then I'm going to put it right in the middle and see what happened there. Take everything to the extreme in the setups, and see how they feel, and then you'll know, like, oh, do I need to dial it down a bit? Maybe I'm getting too much oversteer now. Maybe I'm getting too much understeer now. So yeah, you'll really feel the effect that these things are having on the car if you do that. So anyway, just some thoughts, some advice, some tips. Please comment with any questions, anything I explained really badly, which I'm prone to do, or please ask if I'm like missed something you thought of, something I should do. Yeah, go for it. Alright, cheers, bye.